Street Fighter.
Goes for a while. Longer. Oh, there it goes.
Oh.
Just abruptly stopped.
Just abruptly stops.
We'll probably make it fade out in post. Welcome to the Mark and Pete podcast. We're back again. Look at this. 2 Saturdays in a row. We've pulled it off.
Yeah. What did it take us, like 10 hours last time?
Oh, yeah. And I expect this one's going to take even more time because we reviewed the finished podcast from last week, and there were some problems with it. It was a little, I don't know, underproduced, maybe. You know, so we're going to go more cutscenes, more graphics, you know, more words flying around on the screen and stuff, you know.
Yeah. So get ready.
I think so. Anyway, how's your week been, Pete?
Ooh, it's been a long one, you know. It's been a hot one.
Ooh,
Been a hot one.
It has been a hot one. It's about 99 degrees today in Kansas City. Is that right?
Yeah, but like
That was
the
what was
humidity
predicted. Yeah.
is like, you know, like 107.
It's the humidity that gets you. You know, we're here on Grand Boulevard, and for some reason there's a stream of water just running down. We have a river going through downtown Kansas City, which can't help with the humidity. You know,
Can't fight City Hall.
if it keeps going, we're going to get mosquitoes growing in there probably.
Oh man, you should see the dumpster. I was walking over to the Sinclair like a minute ago, and there's like a truck parked in the alley, and I had to like, I couldn't quite like go around it, so I had to like clip past it, and I had to walk over all the trash. It's crazy. It's just like a bunch of like liquor bottles and like flies.
Yeah, we have a dumpster issue in our alley. Everyone seems to be upset about the.
I'm sorry,
the
nobody
dumpster.
wants to know about this.
That's all right. It's interesting. You know, leave in the comments if you have a dumpster problem at your building too. You know, I'm sure we're not the only ones. What are we talking about today, this week, Pete?
I don't know, you want to pull up the Notion there?
Well, you know what it is. It's art,
Well,
right?
yeah.
We're talking about art.
Art.
Everyone loves art.
We're talking about art.
Talking about art.
What is art?
I don't know, Pete. What is art? Pete has an art degree. He wanted to make sure that we got that on the, I think like liberal arts, but you know he wanted to establish himself as an expert early on in the.
I
the
majored in
podcast.
film and media studies, and a large part of that is like art history, film history, aesthetics. We talk about aesthetics. Yeah, there's a lot of philosophy that actually goes into an art history degree.
Yeah, I bet. What are you doing there?
Well, I took the liberty of Googling this because what is art is such a large topic. I feel like we're not really going to do it any justice whatsoever in this podcast.
yeah, but I don't think the point of it is really to do it any justice.
So I Googled it.
You Googled what art is?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And okay, they say a noun. It's the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form, such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Now, I have some bones to pick with that sentence.
Why? What's your problem with it? We'll put
first
it
of
up
all-
on the screen too, so you can read it. 'cause-
Yeah. The Google definition of art.
What's that from? What's the source?
Google.
It's from Google?
Yeah. The
No.
large AI that just defines words for us.
Yeah, but they're a search engine, so they're showing it's got to be from Merriam-Webster, Oxford, or something. Look
This
at
is the argument you want to have. Oxford Languages.
So what are your bones you got to pick?
Well, okay. So two big bones. First of all, they say the application of human creative skill and imagination. You ever seen an elephant with a paintbrush? That's beautiful.
Really?
That's a very anthropocentric, definition of art.
The elephant paints with its trunk?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Pull that up.
All right, yeah, let's see. Elephant painting. I feel like we're just going to get paintings of an elephant.
Maybe elephant painting GIF.
Wait. Oh, shit. It's a YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty good. Self-portrait. Oh, shit. This isn't good. This is copyrighted music. Let's turn that down.
Yeah. So, you can't say art is human-centric because animals create art. What we would call art,
Yeah. That elephant's pretty good. He's taking it so seriously, too. Very
It's
careful.
like the self-aware gorilla that can type words.
What?
It was like Coco want to die.
Is that a thing? That actually happened? A suicidal gorilla?
I don't know. It was in some TV show or something. But, truth is stranger than fiction.
All right. So as we've established here with the elephants,
Saw it in a TV show.
animals can produce art as well.
Yeah.
Or what about a beaver dam? Is that more utilitarian? It's not really artistic.
Well, so, okay.
A beehive?
My second bone that I have to pick is that they say typically in visual forms such as painting or sculpture. And art is far more broad than that. My background, again, is in film. And so, theater is art.
Yeah, I would say painting and sculpture
I
is
don't know.
probably one of the lesser common forms of art, right? Really, the most
It's a very limited definition.
popular being film or music. Probably those two neck and neck.
Music, yeah.
And met way more people that play a musical instrument than have sculpted.
That said, sculpture is one of the coolest forms of art.
Is it? You think it's cool?
Oh, it's so cool, man. You got a brick of marble, and you just you see the what did that famous sculptor say? He's like, I saw the angel in the marble, something like that.
No, the sculpture is already there. It's the sculptor's job to remove everything that's not the sculpture or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a very zen. It's a very
Something like
cool
that.
form of art.
We'll put it up on the wall. Okay, so the problem with Oxford's definition is it emphasizes painting and sculpture. It's definition of art.
Yeah, because think about all those cool artists you've seen out there who work in a medium other than painting or sculpture. Artists work in different mediums. Wide range of mediums. Did your mustache get caught in the pull tab? That's hilarious.
The mustaches.
Mustaches.
It's at that bad length where it catches in the tab. Truly, if you're listening, please make your pull
It
tabs.
starts
a little
gushing
safer.
blood.
I feel like a deep sea turtle, that's all caught in some trash.
That's a very specific note for me.
What do you mean?
It's very traumatic. I saw a picture of a turtle with plastic caught in its beak,
Yeah.
It was very deformed and it really bothered me.
Yeah. No, that's terrible.
Hey, it's Abby. It's Abby, everyone.
You guys remember Abby, right? Yeah, she's around. Abby, come on up. Come say hi. Come say hi, Abs. Seems like she's not gonna do it. You were starting in on something, Pete. You were talking about mediums, different.
Artists work in a lot of different mediums, and you can think of various artists. Like you said, let's break art into categories. There's obviously what they call the fine arts, painting, sculpture, drawing are generally considered like fine art. But then there are like expanded arts. There's theater, it's a whole world. There's an extension of theater, might be film. That's a whole world. And then, like you said, there's music. Excuse me. That's a whole world.
That's a whole world.
And then you even get into like crazy things like, like performance art,
Isn't that just theater?
like mimes.
Isn't that street theater?
Yeah.
Theater is a weird word because it's like it's an art form, but it's also the name of a type of venue.
You ever do theater, Mark?
Yeah, a little bit in high school.
You would.
It's a weird thing. I grew up in this little town, went to this small high school, and for some reason, just the culture of that town, theater was like a cool thing to do. Like no one thought like theater kids were popular kids at the high school.
My sister did a lot of theater. She was a music theater major in
Music theater.
musical theater in college,
musicals.
and she's a lawyer now. She's an attorney.
What is a courtroom but a theater?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same sort of thing. In fact, historically, the court has always been very theatric, you know?
Powdered wigs, objection. Hearsay.
Executions with like, contraptions and stuff, People would come out to see the hearing. They want to know. Was she a witch? What do you think about that, Pete? The Salem witch trials or the witch trials that used to be going on everywhere.
What is art?
Yeah, well, I want to talk about witch trials for a bit.
Okay.
They would do things like they would throw them in a lake or something. They would do things. They're like, well, since she's a witch, she's gonna float, And then they never do, right? They never like show their witchly powers and
Yeah,
flee
that
to
was
safety.
the whole thing behind like burning them. Like, if they were a witch, they could just transform and like get away and be fine. But if they weren't, they would burn. And they did that just to prove their fucking stupid Puritan beliefs.
Could you imagine like having like you have like this 40-year career as a witch hunter, and you like burn all these people to death, and like every single one is proven to be innocent at the moment of their death. You're like, oh shit, not a witch. All right, well, try and find one for next week's burning. Anyway, that's not the topic of the episode, but
What is art? So, who are some of your favorite artists? I don't care the medium. We've covered mediums. Just shoot.
Oh,
Give me
they
some
would-
names.
they would all be musicians, right? Artists.
Yeah. Well, the episode's not called music.
What are you are you looking for Oxford definition artists, painters and sculptors?
Give me some names.
Jim Carrey, one of my favorite artists
Okay.
in all mediums. He's a painter now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, let's look up some of Jim Carrey's work. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. He's got all kinds of strange ideas about things, Obviously pretty politically inspired.
It's all Donald Trump.
There's some Jesus, a self-portrait. Or I don't know if he actually painted that one.
What's his medium? What is he? This looks like pen marker.
It looks like paint to me. It looks like he's got a giant paintbrush.
Is he a painter?
Yeah, I think he's quite painterly. Yeah. So Jim Carrey, probably my favorite artist. I also love him in film.
What about Banksy?
Is he famous for being a real good artist, or is he famous for being anonymous? Is his art valuable because it resonates with people, or is it valuable because it's reputation. One of his most expensive pieces, right, was the one that he shredded during the auction. You know,
No, tell me about
that
that.
only made it more valuable. Right?
What?
He did some publicity stunt. Famously, he had a painting or something, and it was on display. It was being auctioned, and while it was being auctioned, he had secretly like rigged in a paper shredder into the frame, and it started getting shredded by the.
Like after someone bought it?
I don't know if it was after they bought it or while they were. I think it was while they were bidding on it. I like to think. I think
So,
that would be the most dramatic.
That's kind of performance art, isn't it?
Yeah, it is performance art, right? And that's that's artistic.
So
right?
here's
But-
if maybe we should start to like construct our own definition of art, because we had some problems with the Oxford one. Obviously, is art ephemeral?
do you think Kiss would have been nearly as popular of a band had they not painted their faces?
I want to rock and roll all night. and
It's a
party
catchy
every
tune.
day.
It's a catchy tune. But they painted their it must have been a bunch of work before every single show, every single public appearance. They got to paint their face. Like it must have been worth it to them.
It's a shtick.
Basically,
It's a
yeah.
shtick.
It's a shtick, yeah. Is that part of the art, though? You consider that part of the art?
Well, there's high art and there's low art.
Was it
too.
part of the art when that one French guy cut his ear off?
No, there's high art. Oh, he was like, that's a whole story. He was like mentally ill. There's high art and there's low art too. And so we consider things like painting and sculpture to be high art. And we consider things like graffiti to be low art. And that's a whole discourse within this question of like, what is art too?
What is fine art? What does the fine art mean?
Drawing, painting. Someone consider like symphonies fine art. You know, anything that is hoity-toity and upper class is fine art. So if you have high art and you have low art, again, high art is
You buy the art high and you sell it low. We did this joke in the last episode.
yeah, stock tips. Do not take financial advice from us. This is legally binding. It's a disclaimer. Just don't. Just don't. So, high art is considered very high class. Low art is doable by anyone. Maybe someone who didn't even go to art school, someone who isn't classically trained. And it's cheap. It's more. Some people would say like it's of the people. It's of the people. But think cheap. So like comic books were often considered to be kind of like a low art form because they didn't fit into that definition of like hoity-toity high culture. It was just like pulp. It was pop culture. One example I would love to use, and I don't know if this really like fits in, but Roy Lichtenstein. Well, okay, Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol is like the guy who brought
Pop art.
who invented like pop art. Yes. Yeah. And he had these like reproducible
Campbell
silk
soup.
screens and like pictures.
Banana.
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis. He did the pop art thing. I really like Roy Lichtenstein.
Who?
Pull that up, but he does these like
Roy Lichten. Can you type it in?
comic book panels.
Yeah, very comic booky. What do you call that type of shading? I think it was a type of shading invented by, I think it was a limitation of printers at a point.
Yeah, it's not pointillism. It's not cell shading. Pointillism, maybe?
Well, I think pointillism is like when you can paint by just doing points. It's a similar thing, but these are actually not examples of that. Oh, that is, yeah. She's got all the dots all over her face. She's got those monkeypox. It's going around, right?
Anyway, he's a cool guy. He you know, he might be almost in the vein of Banksy, you know? Like,
How so?
he has a very tight,
He
unique.
vandalized?
It's toit. He has a very tight, toit, unique visual aesthetic, and it's like commercially reproducible mass art.
It works in prints. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
One of my favorites. I've got like a few of his prints hanging on my walls. Not this one. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but I don't know. How can I show? Anyway, it's Aaron James Draplin. He's a pretty well-known graphic designer, but he also creates, you know, like you'd call that's a piece of art, right?
Sure.
It's signed by him in pencil.
Yeah.
Cost me $35, Pete.
Only $35?
Yeah, not too bad, huh?
I would expect $135.
Yeah, you would think, right? The frame probably cost just as much as the print.
Beautiful. I'm sure for all our podcast listeners out there who are just enthralled.
So we're looking at this thing. We'll show a picture of it, but it's Aaron Draplin. He's known for doing like big, bold logos and stuff. And I don't know. He's a guy that's, I don't know. It's kind of like a cult of personality, really. You know, he's just as famous for just being a really likable guy and really loving the craft. He collects things with cool logos on it and, you know, cool examples of vintage graphic design, and that certainly comes through in a piece like this, which is what we're looking at. We're looking at a map of California. You know, it's like the outline of California, but it's all filled in with you know, famous Californian symbols. Like I'm seeing the Fresno logo or Half Dome. What do we got in here? There's the Dead Kennedys logo there, the Santa Cruz logo.
415. 415, baby.
415. You know, the California flag is
The Grateful Dead.
kind of one of the cooler flags out there.
I see that right there above 415.
Yeah, the Grateful Dead. It's just got a bunch of logos. You know, the LA Lakers logo. Yeah, Fry's Electronics. Anyway, yeah, I like his work.
And you have a Missouri one, too.
Oh, I do have a Missouri one. Yeah, I've got a Missouri one right over here. And it kind of seems like that one's a little more phoned in. And maybe I just don't understand the Missouri references, or there's not like, I don't know, as many logos in Missouri, so you just kind of had to make things up. But anyway, yeah, check out Draplin. They started a notebook company called Field Notes. Maybe you've heard of them.
I've heard of Field Notes.
Yeah, you know Field Notes?
Yeah.
That's,
There are more artists out there than you could ever name. You know,
why is it that rappers seem to do so well financially in comparison to like their popularity? You know, like it could be some rapper that I've never heard of, no one I know has ever heard of, and they've got like $10 million in the bank.
I really don't know.
I'd love to know. You know, you never hear of like an indie band with a small following. We can even, you know, afford a working car. You know, are memes art, Pete?
So, if we have this definition of high art and low art, are you following me? Are you even listening to a word I'm saying?
Not when you were doing the high art, low art thing. That was pretty. I figured all I was thinking in my head was, well, this is going to get cut.
Well, no. The point is, memes are like low art.
Memes are low art?
Memes are low art. Does this even get through your thick skull? Let's show some memes.
All right, yeah. Well, we're looking at this one now. If you weren't panicking before, now's the time. And alt. What do you call it with an image? Alt text. The image is 2 Arizona cans. One of them with the famous 99-cent price on it that everyone knows, you know, forever. Ever since when I was born, Arizona's were
always
99 cents. And then next to it is another can, and the price has been raised to $1.29. A 30% or 29%.
So if you weren't panicking
30%.
before, now is the time.
It's because it's
The price of a can of Arizona iced tea has raised.
at the time of this recording, we're in like this inflation crisis. Would you call it crisis? Everyone's freaking out.
It's a bear market.
Gas is like $8 a gallon in California. It's not that bad out here. What is it, like $4? It's pretty cheap. We're in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. Well, I mean, relatively speaking.
Relatively. During the depths of the pandy, it was under $2. We're like $1.80. You could get a gallon of gas out here. People were buying gas just to light the dumpster on fire. Do you think that's art? So this is a screenshot of a tweet, which is a pretty common meme format. Because what defines a meme now? Now, like anything is a meme. When I was a kid, there was like 5 pictures you could use, and they all have like their hidden meaning. Like there's like socially awkward penguin or insanity wolf. You know what I'm talking about, Beat? Advice animals.
Oh, like Courage Wolf.
Yeah, insanity wolf, socially awkward penguin. I don't remember what the other ones were.
Yeah.
But that was what you used. You could have those. You come up with something witty in the top and bottom text.
Top text, bottom text.
Top text, bottom text. Bad luck, Brian. Yeah. Like
Poor kid.
vintage memes. The guy who was smoking the joint. Yeah, good guy. What was that? What was his name?
Another was Scumbag Steve.
Scumbag Steve. Yeah, and then there was like, the opposite of Scumbag Steve.
Good guy Kyle or something like that.
Yeah, Scumbag Steve. Talk about a rough meme to be trapped in.
So let's give people a definition of a meme.
And a pronunciation. Is it pronounced meme, or I've seen meme before?
What are you talking about?
It's M-E-M-E.
A meme is an element of culture or system of behavior that may be considered to be passed from one individual to another by non-genetic memes, especially imitation. So meme comes from the word mimetic or mime.
What the fuck?
It's like to imitate.
Can you
But-
say it again? Or
No, I'm not going to read that again. But there's a second
we'll put the
definition.
text up here.
There's a second definition that's better. A humorous image, video, piece of text, etc., that is copied, often with slight variations, and spread rapidly by internet users. Oxford's doing a little bit better of a job here. The definition of meme, yeah, just offering a formal definition for people who might want to know.
Remember before there was the internet, there was like salesmen that would come and they would talk your parents into buying an encyclopedia.
Set.
Yeah, and the encyclopedia would cost like $1,000 or something. I don't know. These numbers are made up, but they'd say it's actually really cheap because we're just going to sell you. You're going to get one book in the set at a time for like some monthly fee,
What's this one? What's this meme?
So this one, it's the picture it's a close up of a moth, kind of in the dark, but the moth has crudely pasted on top of it is to make him look like Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
right?
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg. So he's got like the hat and the goatee and the glasses. It says, Jesse, we need a lamp.
It's a blend of the moth lamp meme.
See, that's
and Breaking Bad.
I think I'm not so familiar with the moth lamp thing. What is the moth lamp meme? What's the know that meme summary on it?
Moths are addicted to lamp.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right. So this one is it's Guy Fieri holding just a gigantic hot dog, What do you think? That boy's about 5 feet long.
It's as tall as he is.
A huge hot dog, in a bun. And the caption is, "Please, my son, he's very sick." That's kind of a meme format that goes around. But do you know what the origin of that is? It's some movie, right?
No, I couldn't tell you.
I don't know what it is. You take a picture of any person holding any item, and it can become his son in that context.
But this is Guy Fieri holding a giant hot dog.
Giant hot dog. And Guy Fieri, for the folks at home, is a TV personality. I think he's featured mostly on Food Network.
Yeah.
I think known for drive-ins.
Diners, drive-throughs, and dives. Something like that.
I don't think
Drive-ins,
it's that. I don't think it's
drive-throughs.
that.
I don't know. Nobody watches that show.
No, but it's...
Sorry, Guy Fieri. Yeah, get at us.
They do have like a nice circular marketing thing, though, because every time I hear about the show, it's because I'm eating at some restaurant, and then someone will say, or there'll be some shit on the wall that's like featured on this show. And I don't know, like there's that place, The Brick, we go to in Kansas City. I think it's got like Guy Fieri's face fucking spray painted on the wall.
The Brick?
The Brick, yeah.
Oh.
It was featured in his show. He also has a restaurant in Kansas City.
He does.
It's 2 blocks away, and we've never been.
Nope.
What's it called?
It's like taco joint.
Taco Dive or something like that.
Taco Dive.
So it's in this thing called Power and Light, which is like this mall of debauchery that we have a block away. Is that how you would describe it, Pete?
It's the bro capital of Kansas City.
Yeah, there's like a big outdoor stage within it. It's kind of like an atrium, but it's a giant stage, and then surrounded by bars and clubs. And you try and go there on a Saturday night, everything's got a $20 cover. You can spend $100 just trying to find your friends walking into all the bars. Every time I go, I ruin my shoes because I'm walking through crowds of people and they're spilling their... Anyway, that's Guy Fieri. Good guy. He actually... So I used to live in Sonoma.
Yeah,
and
he does a lot of charity shit.
He does a lot. He did a lot during the pandemic. He
Contributes to like school lunches and stuff like
raised
that.
a bunch of money for restaurant workers. Quentin and Tarantino'd by Written Directino. And it's in the font of a Tarantino movie where it would say written and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Instead, it's Quentined and Tarantined.
Yeah. So I've seen a lot of this one is like the quintessential version of this meme to me because I've seen a lot of variations on this meme and this one just nails it.
Yeah. Not much to say about it.
Quentin and Tarantined by Written Directino. If a man has no sauce, then he is lost. But the same man can be lost in the sauce.
And
This is a good one.
The picture is it's 2 panels, and the top panel there's some spaghetti, and it has no sauce on it. And then there's a man featured there. Do you know who that is?
I have no idea.
Okay,
Just some guy.
just some guy. And on the second panel, you got spaghetti with a bunch of sauce and looks like a meatball on it. Same headshot of the dude flipped. And yeah, if a man has no sauce, then he is lost. But the same man can be lost in the sauce. What do you think is what are they getting at here?
I was in a meeting the other day, and this guy said, "Sorry, I was lost in the sauce." Like, what are you saying? And it's because he had like too much like information coming into him. Be lost, bewildered, or stupefied due to intoxication, distraction, or aimlessness. I guess this comes from Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane, who is a Rapper? This is Gucci Mane.
Oh, it's Gucci Mane.
It's Gucci Mane, yeah. So the picture is Gucci Mane. It's not just some random guy.
All right. If a man has no sauce, then he's lost. But a man can get lost in the sauce.
Explain to the folks listening what we're looking at right now.
I love this meme format where like it's just an animal and a really stupid caption. This one says, "Me, no ho shit tonight." And then me after one Applebee's Bahama Mama. And it's a frog or maybe a toad twerking up against the wall. Now, I find this hilarious because one, toads are adorable, and two, Applebee's Bahama Mamas are quite intoxicating. It's getting swifty. It's getting swifty. Yeah. She's turning up.
It's twerking?
Yeah. See the butt?
Yeah, I do see the butt. This one.
Okay.
Lots to talk about with this.
We've had a lot of these memes. This Dolly is an AI that generates images based on a text input that you give to it. And people type some ridiculous things. This one says Cthulhu on Sesame Street. And there appears to be a kind of Big Bird type figure who has been, for lack of a better word, Cthulhuized. And
Cthulhu has
seems
like
to be haunting some other Muppets or what have you on Sesame Street.
What is Cthulhu? Is it part of some mythology or something, or is it
Yeah,
a
it's part
character
of the Lovecraft mythos.
Oh, Lovecraftian. Yeah, and it's got like an octopus for a face, sort of thing. So it's like Big Bird, but it's got tentacles coming out under its eyes.
It's pretty funny. I wish you could see it, podcast listeners.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to find a better way to do
look
this.
Up. There's no way to. No, I think it's fine. But yeah, there has been tons of these floating around.
Yeah, because this Dolly AI is very interesting.
Yeah, you can just type whatever you want in there, and it'll try its best to generate images of it, and yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty creepy. This is it's Dolly Mini, so it's like Dolly Light. It's a subset of the capabilities of the actual AI. So this one's another picture of a tweet. This is from Swamp Trash Crawford at Hello Colon. You can follow them there. Me and my friends would have killed E.T. with hammers. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that was a weird alien.
Why hammers? That seems like a thing kids would do, right? They find an alien in the woods or something. It's been so long since I've seen E.T.
E.T.
Yeah. It's a little dark.
I heard that apparently E.T. is part of Star Wars canon because in episode 3, there's like this scene in the Galactic Senate, and they show one of the Senate pods in the Senate chamber, and several E.T. aliens are in it. So they're like the delegation from a planet within the Star Wars universe.
Wait, what?
So apparently there's an E.T. Star Wars crossover.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Well, get used to the multiverse, Mark, because it's here, and it's loud, and it's
Everything
proud.
is just...
This one speaks volumes.
Yeah. Yeah, so pictured here is a man. Do you know who this is? This is an actor, right?
Not sure. Looks like an actor.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's in things. Not a big actor.
Thick beard.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's
Holding a coffee.
he's holding a coffee and he's like doing this distant stare thing where he's not happy and he's just kind of staring. Like the feeling when you I don't know. Looks like he could be hungover. Just thinking about everything that he regrets in his life. Yeah, I mean, it would take 1,000 words to really explain the picture.
Except there is a caption, and it says, "Me, I can't wait for my day off," and then "Me on my day off," and it's just the picture of this guy staring into space solemnly.
Melancholy. What do you think of this one?
You sent this one to the group text. By the way, all these memes are from our group text with Victor, who you don't know, but you will probably meet in the future because we want to have him on the show.
Yeah, if possible, Victor is going to be our first guest.
When the F did this become more attractive than this? And there's a picture of a bunch of like 3-piece suits, and there's a tuxedo in there.
Yeah, tuxedo, and then just like a starched button-up shirt. Just what formal attire.
All on the top, and then on the bottom there are some old-timey drawings of people wearing barrels. Like,
yeah, they're wearing a barrel as clothing.
When you're naked and you have no other clothing, you just wear a barrel in the old times.
Yeah. I'm not sure what the purpose of the barrel would be. There's like little holes where their hands are poking out. And I don't know. Must have been a thing. It's weird. You look at these memes and you enjoy them when you see them, and then you share them with your friends. But if you really try to analyze them, there's, what the fuck is this barrel thing? You just kind of take it at face value, and it's got to be a reason why there's these old-looking images of people dressed in barrels. Maybe it was some form of punishment. It'd be kind of a, if it was, I mean, bring that back, right? Like, why has everyone got to go to jail or pay a fine? Why not wear a barrel for a week?
You want to go down to Power and Light and have them throw old tomatoes at you?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what you get for jaywalking. Tomatoed. Okay, so
This one's good.
yeah, this is clever, and this is this is a meme. It's just a screenshot of
Craigslist posting.
yeah, a Craigslist post for a Subaru WRX, and the title of it is "Rare, Never Vaped In," which is hilarious because when you think of the stereotypical WRX driver, they've got like a sticker of a mountain on it, they're outdoorsy, and then they're a white male, age 22 to 20, no, higher. And they're vaping? They'd be vaping. If someone who owns a WRX is going to vape.
I think it's hilarious.
the
It's the
implication.
stereotypical Subaru owner
So this one is rare
obviously
for,
vaping in this car.
yeah. This one never vaped in.
Never vaped in.
Yeah, that's just good, and it has the kind of the characteristic unnecessary red drawn circling around the key part where it says "rare, never vaped in," which I feel like is like a meme trope. Like sometimes you almost just add the red circle unnecessarily just to be a jackass. Well, this is a variation of the previous meme written.
Yeah. So I'll keep this one short. I think the last meme was the quintessential version, variation
Canonical.
of the Quentin Tarantino meme, but this one says written and directed by man with foot fetish, and that's just a jab at Quentin Tarantino. which is funny.
Does Quentin Tarantino has a foot fetish publicly?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that. Is that all we had? Those are all the memes?
No, we had
I think that's all I've got in my downloads folder.
fucking Pete.
Okay, so that was memes. So memes are art.
Memes are art. Memes are art. Memes are low art, but they are art.
Low art.
Yeah. They're like readily reproducible.
Yeah, I wish we would have gotten more classic meme formats in there. Those were all pretty off the wall.
Well, so you might be making a meme and you're like, I don't want anybody else to copy this or own this. So maybe you make it an NFT.
Are you trying to transition into talking about NFTs?
Yes.
So NFTs, they kind of landed on Twitter a few years ago, right? Doesn't it seem like 2019?
NFT stands for non-fungible token.
Yeah, so they like hit the scene on Twitter, and I remember seeing like all these artists, or yeah, a few of them said, "Oh my goodness, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me." I've been a starving artist, and I made like 25 grand this month selling my NFTs because they would turn like their digital art into an NFT. Which, yeah, I guess we should explain what is an NFT.
An NFT is a non-fungible token.
What is
Means
fungible?
it's a piece of art that can't be copied. Right? Isn't that it? There's like some sort of digital certificate attesting to your owning this piece of digital art, and you can't copy that or reproduce it in any way. It's an original.
Turned out to be a huge scam. I think everyone knows it now, right? Yeah, it was so clearly a huge scam, and then it like got so big. And the thing is, it's like people are, which the same with any Ponzi scheme is, people are making money off of it. Like they just make less and less money as it goes down the what do they call it? If you're in a Ponzi scheme, multi-level marketing. What do you call the people below you in the pyramid? It's like a downstream or something. I don't know. You've never gotten involved with a multi-level marketing scheme, Pete?
Not yet.
Seems like they're so easy to spot. And yet I have, friends that I love and respect, and I see them get caught up in MLMs.
Friends that you love and respect.
Well, yes. Yes. Have you ever been hit up by a friend? Like, hey, I think you would really like this thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, one time I went to a Starbucks and I sat through a pitch.
Ooh. In person.
For a thing. And yeah, it was painful. The whole time I thought, please just leave me alone. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Because, like they're all excited about it, and, they think they're onto something great, and they think that they're doing you a favor, but they also like need you to get on board for it to work for them, Rough situation to be in. NFT is same fucking thing. Well, I don't know. Except they had the power of like Twitter and stuff. And for some reason, like Twitter was like all about it. Like, I don't know if they still have the feature, but you could like mint your profile picture into an NFT, and then it would get like the octagonal border instead of the round border. That just shows that it's an NFT
I hear,
that you own.
Instagram is considering adding a feature too, where you have like a collection tab, and you can feature your NFTs there.
Yeah. Dumb, right?
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I mean, cryptocurrency kind of works because it's so transparent or so straightforward, that like the value is just, people's interest in it, how much they're buying it, that dictates the value. So it's like any other fiat currency, right?
You're getting smart on me.
I don't know anything about anything, but it seems like, at least it's got that. But then, I mean, obviously super susceptible to pump and dumps. Like, anyone can create a new coin, pump it up on Twitter or Reddit or, wherever they're doing it, and then cash out, laugh all the way to the bank while these people's investments go to zero. Now, an NFT is like some sort of crypto thing, but then it's also tied to, like there's like the fucking Smoking Monkeys, and that was like the real popular NFT, like when one of the originals.
Yeah, the Bored Apes.
The Bored Apes. And those ones, they were selling for like millions of dollars. People were buying these. And so it seemed like it was a really successful project, and
Well, I'm afraid these tokens will be quite fungible when your friends arrive.
yeah. So NFTs were a huge scam. They still are. Don't do NFT stuff.
Just don't start.
Abby's here.
Yeah, Abby's back. Abby.
But so do we feel good about that? Do we think we discovered what art is, what it means? Wait. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, I honestly don't know, but I will say I feel like art is whatever you want it to be.
Wow. what a canned
Abby.
answer.
Right, Abby?
All right. Well, good. Well, as always, like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and YouTube and iTunes and Spotify. And I bought markandpete.com. I own the domain.
Cool.
So we haven't built a website yet.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Anyway, cool. Yeah. Thanks for hanging. All right. Patreon? You gotta start making some money off this, feet. OnlyFans. Come at us. Signing off.
Okay, bye.
Do the outro music.